And welcome everyone to the Man Cave. My name is Paul Knapp, and I will be your host for tonight's show. This is season number 3, episode number 14, and waiting in the green room is one of my besties, Ace Allgood. Can't wait to get to him. This is about his 4th or 5th time on our show, and he's coming from his secret lair that we haven't seen yet. So hopefully you guys are tuning in for that tonight. But before I get started with that, let me introduce my posse for tonight. And just recently back from the gynecologist last week.
Hi, fellas.
Oh, dude.
I'm well again.
You look great.
Thank you.
I see you went for that operation.
Well,
Everything looks like it turned.
But I think it's working.
Everything looks like it turned out okay. What should we call you now, Padre?
I haven't decided yet. I'll let you know.
I think we're gonna lose some subscribers tonight, right now after this. And from the great state of New Hampshire, Rick.
I'm blind. I'm blind.
How do you follow that, Rick?
Hi, Big Sexy.
And Rick Bradshaw, otherwise known as Big Sexy. How you doing tonight, Rick?
Hello, everybody. Hello.
You need a new girlfriend.
Hello, Miss Stacy. That's disturbing. Holy cow.
Oh. I gotta see what they're saying in the chat room, man. Dude, you hit me. You caught me off guard with that one, man.
It was hard to get this ready.
Yeah, that looks like it took a long time to put together.
I can't read the chat.
Oh my gosh, Murray's laughing his ass off. We got Murray Corrigan here, Moondoggy's here with us, Big Boss Jack. Dan DiBiase's laughing his ass off.
Ernie, yeah.
Ernie's attic.
Moondoggy. Madre not padre.
Hollywood got to him. I guess he did, Moondoggy, man.
Murray's
safe in Canada. He's like, I ain't coming on your show anymore. That's it. So, hey, Mike's CI Dojo. It's about time, buddy. Holy moly, yeah. You have no idea, man. You have no idea.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if I want to do what's new in your zoo because I know it's new in his zoo right now. Rick, I'm going to start with you before we get to the missus tonight. What is new in your zoo?
I don't even want to talk.
You are flabbergasted.
Come on, big boy. Show us what you got.
Oh my God!
I'll
be
Ace is gonna hang up on us, man. Don't do that. Come on now.
Thank you. Goodbye. All right,
Senorita.
I don't even know why I'm bothering to show anything because the show's over. You can't follow this. All right, man. Ready? Here we go.
You got the big King Kong there.
This is. Stay calm, Stacy. This is the Leonard Primal Clash Big Boss Gorilla. Movable jaws. Oh, it won't close.
So that's not King Kong, huh?
It's not King Kong. And you can get him in a traditional ape stance.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. This is what he looks like with a 6-inch guy.
Yeah.
So he's pretty big. And here he is with one of our buddies.
That's the one. Yeah, that looks, dude, it's
a good scale. And he's got a great face sculpt.
Yeah.
Really nice. And these you can find these on Amazon. They're like $50, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
I bought this, I don't know, 2-3 years ago. I bought this guy. But yeah, they're available.
And who makes it?
Leonard.
Oh, that's a Leonard toy? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man, here we go. Murray's already saying it. Needs flocked.
Needs flock, yeah. I think Stacy doesn't do that anymore. He's got other interests now.
Yeah. Stacy's
You'd be surprised.
And these, if you want to, anyone who collects little robots.
Yeah.
Okay. These are Star Wars Black Series security droids from The Mandalorian.
Oh, wow.
And I ended up with like 4 of these guys because you kind of army build with them.
Yeah.
But I just looked them up on Amazon, and you can get these for $14 now. regular was 25 when they
That's
came out.
112 scale, right? Not the 3 3/4 one.
112, yeah. Here he is with another Marvel guy.
Nice.
But if you're into robots or Star Wars, scoop them up on Amazon. I might even buy a couple more.
Right on.
And the last thing I got, I'll show this very quickly. Sigma 6.
Really?
That's Duke on his quad runner.
Dude, that's old school there, huh? Sigma 6?
Yeah, I had a stint where I bought a bunch of this stuff. I like the line. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But these are pretty neat.
They had a ton of accessories, man. Sigma 6,
Yeah. And they had a really quirky, the sculpting on them was cool. And, I thought they did a good job.
Yeah.
They just didn't really take off.
Yep.
So that's all I got. Take it away, Miss Stacy.
Stacy as in male or Stacy as in female? I'm not sure what's going on here, but we're going to try this.
Yeah.
Dude, the dress is killer, man.
Oh, my God.
I can show you some more.
Is that a southern accent there, Stacy?
Yeah. You sound pretty sexy, my friend.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
I was just kidding about that estrogen shot you were taking last week, but I guess it was serious.
I don't know what it is, but it's sure making me hot.
It might be my new haircut, Stacy.
I love it.
You want to show us anything new you got over the last two weeks? Because we didn't see you last week because you were sick.
I got.
Oh, you even got Michelle D texted in. Look at that. See, you're scaring people, man. You're scaring them away.
Radiation detection.
Yep.
So, this is the original belt and the goggles that light up. I do have the rock and the canister, but they're packed away separately. So, but untouched figure too. I have not reflocked them or nothing. There is some hair missing, but all original. So that's all I have.
Gregorio says you either die a hero or see yourself dressed as a woman. Oh, G.I. Jane. Hey, that's a good one. We're calling you G.I. Jane now tonight.
Okay. You call me anything you like. Just don't call me late.
I don't know if we should say you need to change before we go on or just leave it.
Oh no. We need.
You want me to take this off?
Yeah, no, leave that on. Leave it on. We're definitely going to get banned from YouTube on this. Hey, normally I don't say what's new in my
Zoom.
You
needed more viewers.
I need to show a little quick video. We had Mr. Greg Brown on our show last week, and people were asking about what the figure was going to be. So he actually sent me a little preview. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
So that is the exclusive figure that they're going to have at his show.
I like sailors.
That's what I heard about. You northern women, you like them sailors. And there's the long coat. Can you see that?
Yep. Sailors are hot. Yes. He's handsome.
There's one in every port, man. One in every port. You know that. And here's your info for the DFW. You guys can read that. A little small.
Yeah, you can read it.
See if I can bring it up a little bigger here. Probably not.
It's funny. After the surgery, my eyesight has improved.
Has it? Has it?
Has. Yes.
So if you guys get the what is it? The Commander's package? Is that what he said? Yeah, the Commander's package. I guess you'll get one of the exclusive figures. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be the figure, or is it actually going to be? It's a uniform set, right?
Oh yeah, uniform set. Yeah. Right. And a T-shirt as well. So. I think you got Michelle D still laughing at your little outfit there, buddy. I think she might like your little sundress.
Oh my God!
You lost your hat. You lost your hat.
Oh, I have to see. I'm pretty.
Are those dreadlocks? Are those dreads?
I don't know. They just growing in. It just happened.
Naturally curly.
Yes.
Oh man. Well,
Adventure Team. You like my cleavage?
We just need you to shut up, dude. We're not going to be able to go on with the show. I got to get Ace. Ace is going to leave us, man. I swear to God. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Hey, this man likes to sparkle and shine and dance naked in his home like nobody's watching. It's our friend, Mr. Ace. Allgood.
I am not in drag.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. The show went off the rails before we even brought you on, man.
Sorry.
How
They
did
didn't
I go
know.
on after that? Oh my God, it was crazy. Yeah, welcome to the warehouse. So
yeah,
happy to be here tonight, guys.
Dude, this is the secret underground vault that we can't give an address to. You may or may not be in the state of Minnesota. We can't confirm that.
That's exactly right.
So, dude, it's been about a month or two since you were on the show, and why don't you tell us a little bit about the show you just went to a week ago?
I just went to.
Tonight.
Yeah, I just got back from Toy Atlanta, and I really want to give a shout out to Brett and Alex for really putting on a great show. I really had a great time. I thought they did a really, really nice job. The venue's a little bit different. It's very fancy, and it's there's always a lot of other stuff going on. But as far as the attendance of the show and what was going on, I thought they did a great job, and it was fun. I had a great time. But it's a great time hanging out with my Joe buddies, that's for sure. It's always great to hang out with the Joe buddies when you're at a Joe show. That's what it always boils down to. You know, it doesn't matter if you really do buy. I mean, did I buy much? No. Did I sell some? Yeah, I sold some stuff, and I had a good time hanging out with everybody and seeing stuff and seeing people and laughing and giggling. A lot of laughing and giggling, and not at Stacy. So,
hey, actually, Joe Figs wants to know if you're located under the OU campus.
I would be.
Ooh.
Possibly.
I didn't think about that.
That's
wow.
Right. Dig it under there, man. That's for sure. No, this is the warehouse. This is kind of where I like to hang out and do my fun stuff. Oh, thanks, Stacy.
We need to axe him out, man.
My panties are riding up.
I bet they are.
Well, man, dude, I don't know where you want to start because I know you said it's not all GI Joes in there. We can see that, but man, you got some. Some cool shit, bro.
So this is kind of like where I hang out, and then I think I sent. Like I said, I got some of my extra stuff here. This is one of those. This is kind of cool. This is that.
Oh, yeah.
You know. Oh. And he actually has the right kind of hands.
No way.
Yeah, this was the crew cut at the toy fair. Crew cut guy. Isn't that kind of funny?
Nice. Very nice.
What year? What year was that?
Remember when the crew cut guys came out at it was Dreams and Visions, and they did a thing at Toy Fair that year, and they had 4 figures dressed up and their outfits, and I was able to get one of the figures. This is what I gave. Scott Beckman ended up with one of these. He's got it all dressed up like because he's the Beckman figure. I don't know if you know that, but yeah, it's kind of cool. Up in the upper edges, I've got a lot of like the convention exclusives for stuff that I've been to, like a lot of the Kentucky show stuff and Joe Landis show stuff. I have a lot of those up there with my signs and stuff. But now, when I say I've got like, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. I got like, I've sorted out. I started to sort out my stuff, so I've got like, guns and hats and boots and all that kind of. Yeah, I told you it's kind of crazy. There's like a work table and there's some of the cars.
Yeah, those aren't 1/6 scale there, bro. Those are real deal.
That's the one I drove out to California.
I was gonna say that looks like the Route 66 car.
Yeah, but you can see.
And by the way, that was an awesome video series you did, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's you fun. Need to open it up. 69 Galaxy.
That's my Oh my God! Great call. 69 Galaxy 500.
Well, I was a mechanic before I became a woman.
But what's kind of fun is you can kind of see as I go up. You can kind of see I got a bunch of.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a few headquarters buildings there, don't you?
Yeah, and I've got. I mean, a few headquarters, a few Jeeps, a few helicopters, all that kind of stuff. And then I've got up here, what I'm doing up here right now is this is going to be my international display area up here. So I'm just kind of walk around like this. I bought these cabinets. I'm going to get some more, but I mean, I've started. I mean, this is just putting some stuff out for the fun of it. It's not really organized.
Yeah.
Got some Takara stuff there.
Oh yeah. And then I got some Action Man. This is really interesting down here. These are from that's from Australia.
Yeah, they call it what those they had a funny name for them, like Lambert or something like that, weren't they called? Or
Where's Ken Bright? I don't know if that's what you're thinking. Yeah, Ken Bright, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's some Falcon, really cool Falcon stuff from Brazil.
Now this is overflow stuff that you can't fit in your basement at your house, right?
Okay, so basically, well, yeah, I mean, really, I mean, I just basically have this huge international collection that I don't have a way to display it, and because I've got basically everything in my house is pretty much filled up, you know. So what I did was I've decided to make this whole room another display area, and I'm just in the process of. I'm actually going to light the cabinets. I'm actually welding lights to weld because I want to do that before I put stuff in it, and I'm kind of doing that this week actually. But I've got some. I did just do something really, really cool. I just got some art. I framed a bunch of art that I've got, and I just got done with doing that. And I have a bunch of it here if you guys want to see some of that stuff.
Absolutely, dude. Whatever, man.
You guys into artwork? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show is this is a. It's kind of weird how I'm starting to like showing this stuff, but this is a 40th anniversary set that they never did.
Oh wow!
But they did artwork for it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Breaches Buoy. Yeah.
Yep. Isn't that cool? So they hired an artist to do it similar, but not exactly the same as the.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Wow.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Now here's one that they did do.
Yep.
Firefighter. Yep. Crash Crew. Yeah.
Crash Crew. I mean, that's cool. So I've had the artwork for a while, and I just got them. I got them framed up. Just bought the mats and stuff. Does this one look familiar to you? Do you guys know this one?
No.
Wasn't that didn't that come out like in the 30th or something like that stuff?
Okay, so that was actually a screw up. This is not the absolutely correct one.
Huh. Somebody wants to know if that's a Batmobile behind you.
A what?
No, this is the race car for the British race car.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And then there's a training center cave up there.
Yep.
That's the Bat Cave that he still supposedly thinks of. Okay, does this look familiar?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
That's the one they ended up running. And then here's these are those World War II soldier guys.
Oh yeah.
And those are Ron Rudat, the Target figures.
Yeah.
Oh wow. He drew that? Ron Rudat?
Ron Rudat did these. He sold these to me at a show.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know if you ever get a chance to talk to Ron Rudat, he's just about the nicest guy.
Yeah.
Really, really friendly. Okay, and then these are kind of interesting. You guys all know Larry. You had Larry on the show before. Larry has these. These were his concept sketches. All right, so this is the he sells. This is a print for that nurse.
Yep.
And then this is the concept sketch.
Oh wow.
Isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I thought it was kind of neat. Just kind of like how the art gets done.
Sure.
All that kind of stuff. This is another thing that's kind of cool. This is the side art from the 30th anniversary. Yeah, somebody's giving me the thumbs down.
Yeah, who did that?
No, I think it's catching your thumb, looking, Ace.
Oh,
It's
isn't
seeing
that
you. It's seeing you.
interesting?
You're
Oh,
doing it. You're
wow.
giving yourself a thumbs down.
That's funny. But this is the side art of the 30th anniversary when they did the GI Joe box art again. They kind of did the paint. I don't know exactly how they did it. It's some sort of a painting. They might have scanned it and then painted it or something like that. Something like that. But that's the side art. This is another one I think is really, really cool.
Oh yeah,
That's
Air
the
Force.
Timeless. Yeah,
or Navy.
The Navy, the Annapolis Cadet from the. Yeah, that's from the Timeless collection.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you stumble on those, or can I ask? Or is it
that one I bought from another GI Joe guy? And then the Ron Rudat, I got the stuff, and then Larry sold me the other little sample, his test sketches. I got another one of a couple of those. That's another one of.
Yeah, those are cool.
Classic collection.
Yeah, classic collection ones. Yeah.
Yep.
But that's his concept sketch for that piece. Now that's not the original art. That's just a print right there.
Yeah.
But that's a sketch. All right. So I gotta hang these up. This is pretty neat. Oh wait, here's another one. The last one of these I got. This is that I really like that one, the MP.
Oh, the MP one.
And then I've got the concept sketches for that, which is cool.
So Dan DiBiase wants to see that race car again.
Okay.
Wants a closer look at the race car, I guess. Is that Action Man?
Yeah, it's the Action Man race car. It's just like the GI Joe one.
Right, it's the same, it's just different color.
It's just a different color.
Yep.
Blow mold, right?
Yeah, it's actually blow molded better because they kind of had figured out the plastic a little bit better, but it's more solid than the yellow one.
Than the US version, yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of cool. I love this kind of stuff.
Oh,
so this is like a gun that they did, and they just put the Baravelli sticker on it as opposed to. Yeah.
Alan Dawson's here with us. He wants to know where the Action Man SAS print is you bought.
That is hanging in the photos that I sent you, Paul, in that warehouse. Okay. It's over there right now. But that's going to end up going over here, probably, Alan, because this is going to be all the Action Man stuff.
Very cool.
And then here I got a couple of Larry's. Another one of Larry's things here. It's pretty cool.
And Stacy, you had a request to stop leaning forward.
Lean forward more? Is that what you want to say?
No, stop.
That's a painting of Larry's. That's a real painting of Larry's. That's pretty cool.
The Delta.
Yeah. All right, and then I got one more of Larry's, and then that'll be our show and tell for the night from paintings. But again, that's like the War Dog guy.
Yeah. Nice.
But as far as up here, I mean, what I'm going to eventually do is I've got all kinds of. Have you guys ever seen the Argentinian guy? No. I don't know if you guys. I did a lecture at the Joe show at Joe Landa last year, and we talked about these kind of guys. But isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Oh, wow. They didn't do a mustache on those, and the plastic on the head is kind of translucent. You ever notice that too?
Oh yeah, it's real
thin.
Yeah, yep. It's gotta be hard to fix. I mean, now look, honestly, the arm already fell off. I mean, you can even see through the arm.
You can see through it. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see that
Yeah. Wow.
Just to be funny too. I mean, the pants are terrible, but the gun is a blow mold version of the French.
Oh, it's a blow mold.
Yeah.
Nothing says quality.
Yeah.
Like the Argentinian figures. Here's another guy that I really like to laugh about. This is, you want to talk about a combo of like Cherokee so-and-so, cheap Cherokee.
Oh,
is that Argentina too?
This is, I think, Uruguay. This is Oh, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but isn't
that just a copy of a Mark's head?
Yeah, it's like, but there's a GI Joe gun that came with it, and I think this looks like Captain Action actually.
Yeah, it does. That's kind of weird.
Well, I think they just kind of like went and took everything they could that was like crazy, and then and then I've got a bunch of Letty figures. I don't know if you guys like to look at those guys, but Letty figures are really cool. Here's a bearded Letty guy.
Yeah,
that's neat.
I like these guys a lot. So, and then
hard to find the original boxes with those.
Yeah, the Letty boxes are really, really, really hard. All the Letty stuff is I think some of that Letty stuff and some of that Brazilian stuff is incredibly hard to find. But when you do find it, it's really cool. Look how they do it. They have like this kind of window box looking thing. I'll show you. This is actually pretty cool. So get that through. We'll go back over this way, but you can see, there's just all this international stuff that I have here to display. Not to mention, there's a whole row in my other place that has a bunch of international. Like I've got almost all the action team cards and stuff like this. This I think is a great set, right? Look at this.
Yep.
Now, hey, look at how they do it. So it's like, well, there's plastic and shit in there, but what they did was they had it dressed up, and they had a little. You see, there's like a little guy in the middle, like a little paper guy. So it was like
you didn't get a figure. It was just a
picture just like a little picture of a guy, but they had all the stuff laid out, so it was like really cool how it displayed.
How neat!
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's fun. But yeah, I've got all kinds of crazy. Oh, wait, here you go. No, never mind. There's all kinds of like. Just everything from, like I said, the warehouse is all fun and exciting, but I'm really looking forward to having all of these cases filled up, and then I'll probably put a couple of those like racks here and have hanging stuff hanging on them, and then probably put one of those like poster viewing things here so I can start looking at some more of my flat artwork that I have. Yeah, 40-year-old virgin is right, Paul.
Somebody said, "Is that Steve Austin's boss?" Or
I think I have some. There is some weird stuff over here. I don't think I have much. I had some Steve Austin stuff, but
somebody asked if it was that blow mold. Was that from the original one, or was that
the race car?
No, the race car.
Yeah. Race car's original.
Yeah, that's not one of.
That's not one of. That's not one of D. Simone's.
Yeah,
no, sir. Yeah. No, sir. That's an actual English one. In fact, I don't know if I have the box here, but I've got a boxed one too, and I think that's in the other place. But we'll go over here so you can see it's like Oscar Goldman, yeah. All right, but I think I'll go over here. I think that boxed race car is at the other place. So I've got a lot of Action Man box stuff too, as you can kind of see. I'm trying to I've got alternate variations on Guyper Man and lots of helicopters and.
Wow, dude. You could spend hours just organizing that right there, man.
Well, that's the thing is it's like you can see how I'm still organizing. And I've got a bunch of more stuff to kind of go through. There's just all kinds of stuff.
You're right. Murray's like, it just doesn't end. Yeah, man. we all want to come help you organize, dude.
Yeah, I do. I know I got my buddies here come sometimes and help me. Some of my local buddies come and help. And that's fun. I know it sounds funny, but I'm almost to a point where I can actually have people come help me because it's like you got to get to a point where you even know what you have to get started. Like, where can you put someone to work?
I'd take a week of vacation, come help you. Hell yeah, man. That's worth it.
But it's just kind of crazy. Just fun. It's just
Where,
like kind
where
of.
do you where do you start, man? Are you just going through like to organize to get your stuff upstairs? I mean, to get it on that second deck and have all your foreign stuff together, or what?
Well, yeah, I got to kind of prioritize. And so when I first moved into this place, it was really just a matter of like I had years of boxes that I had gone through, that I just had bought and not really gone through. And so I had to kind of first go through a majority of those boxes just to get down to start finding where the better stuff is and start separating the junk from the good stuff. And I'm not even really done. Like I haven't really gone through a lot of these little boxes and it's like picked out the best radios, and the best helmets I still got to do all that. And that's what I could use help doing, and that's
So
kind of fun.
when you go to a show, do you go to your storage unit and say, okay, I'm going to get rid of all this shit and take it to a show, or do you just take
No,
the best stuff to the show? Or?
so what I've done is it's kind of the way it works is that it's funny. All right, can you put up some of those photos I sent to you?
I can't, dude. Sorry. I know.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out your technology.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
Greg sent me that other stuff like 2 days before you sent me yours. So I already had a video set up for Greg. So.
I gotcha. No, but okay. So I basically pre-set up my booth usually, and I had done that here sometimes, but then I have this other ones where I do that at now, and I pre-set up my booth, and I have these cases, and I've kind of got my booth kind of like pre-set up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so everything in the booth is kind of ready to go, so to speak. So what I do before a show, hopefully like a month or so before the show, I put all the stuff out and I go through the cases and go, okay, what do I got to replace? What do I got to fix? What do I got to figure out? And hush, Murray. And but that's kind of how I do it. So it's like this stuff that I have loose is like, okay, that's why I say to people when I'm at the show, hey man, you really got to send me a list, because I've got stuff that it's not even like I have stuff that I take to the show and I try to tend to take my boxed and packaged stuff because less people have that, and that's kind of tends to be what people, although everybody wants to buy parts. So I try to bring a mix of parts and pieces, but you never bring the right thing. Everybody's like, oh, hey, do you have the blue jewel? No, I got the yellow and the red one, but I left the blue jewel at home. But anyway, I'm always trying to figure out what it is. And, I'm willing to, when you realize that you've got so much stuff, it's good for me to see how many I have because then it makes me a lot more willing to sell it. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm a one. I want one really nice one, and I want one in a package. That's the kind of collector I am. I'm not really a troop builder, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well, and you say that with all that stuff behind you, though.
Well, I know. I mean, but it's not like I'm trying. We're all sick, man.
Yeah, I know. It's a disease that we can't. And here I am with this on. And
you got two people in the chat room that are already on the road to come help you organize. So, you better lock your doors, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're homing in on his signal.
It's fun. And I'll tell you, if you go to the my other, I mean, I got all kinds of boxes, and that's where all my stuff I got from all that prototype stuff is. And I want to put some of that stuff upstairs too. So I want international and prototype stuff, and to really go through there. And then I want to get Greg a tour to come by and do like a couple of videos where he's talking about the stuff and telling us what all this crazy stuff is.
Well, he'll be at Kentuckiana, right? Is he going
to? Oh, yeah. I don't think he's going to Dallas, last I heard, but I do think he's definitely going to go to Kentucky. And our blow up tanks are done. If anybody wants to blow up, I should have had one of those ready to go.
They're already gone. You already sold out?
No, we have more. We got them at the show, but I had them at the show. But if anybody wants a blow up tank, please let Greg know or me. I've got some, and they're at Cotswold. We got a box at Cotswold, and he's got a handful too. So,
gotcha.
But yeah, man, I'm telling you this. I mean, it's just kind of goofiness. Again, you can see just the show stuff going up there.
So those boxes up there, are they?
Yeah, those are like conventions. But
the convention boxes.
These are like then they got stuff in them. I mean, they're all like the guys.
Wow.
Like and some of like Matt Squatch's stuff and some of Kentucky stuff.
A lot of the club stuff, yeah.
Yeah, like some and a lot of Toyland.
And you got all the black and whites, I see.
Black and white.
Yeah, I've got some of those. Yeah, those black and whites, all those stills on the side. I gave them the stills on the side for those were from those commercials that we digitized.
Oh, yeah.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, that's just kind of like fun stuff to just display and all that. But it's like I've got to go through these Jeeps and determine, which Jeeps are correct and how it all's right. And some of these are my collection Jeeps and some of them are ones I want to sell. And it's the majority of this foreign stuff is the stuff that I want to keep for my international collection and maybe hopefully move some of that upstairs,
Yeah.
But seriously, all the Joe box stuff is most all of it is, stuff that I'm trying to eventually get through to.
You have any of the vinyl 69 Foot Lockers?
It's funny. Here, I'll show you this. This will get you a little excited.
Just a little?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No.
I better get ready then.
He's probably got stacks of them.
That's that convention one.
Oh, that's a convention. Okay.
But I do have the space one right here. Hold on. I mean, here's the space one.
Oh, yep. Because
that's the vinyl one. Yeah, the vinyl one. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
Wow, man, it looks clean.
It is nice. It this one's got the lighter color, on the inside, and it doesn't have the tray. The tray is really hard to find.
Right.
But it looks good.
It does.
Wow.
The decal's still nice on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all
got a little bit. No, it's got a little warping in it, but they all.
Yeah, but that's
kind of typical. But this one, this is the one that Mars did,
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay. It's got a bunch of crap in it.
Yeah.
What's the painting next to your green stamps picture behind you?
Okay. This is a little heavy.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Looks Native American.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys all know I'm from Oklahoma, right? I'm just gonna say this straight up. I'm from Oklahoma, and my I had this crazy stepmom, and she represented this artist for a while, and his name is DJ LaFon, and he's a good guy. Okay, so you see, it's a very large painting. I got to get this figured out,
man.
But all that native stuff that was given to my family. My grandfather was a doctor in the Indian service, and so all that stuff was gifts to my grandfather.
Wow.
Anyway, but these are okay. So it's pictures of these scouts, right? I got my brain's not working right. Anyway, right, and they have holes in their heads.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah, and it says so. You go, why do they have holes in their heads? On the bottom, it says General Crook's famous Apache scouts fought Apache bands that remained hostile and helped track down Geronimo. Their reward was... So I told you, it's like political and kind of heavy. And
yeah.
But it was done in the 70s, 76. And the artist was a native guy. So
sure,
I can understand it. It was a family gift kind of thing. So... But honestly, that's where I'm gonna move this to the other warehouse, and I'm gonna put all the G.I. Joe art up here. So as we walk upstairs, it'll be a little more peaceful and fun loving.
Man,
that's kind of fun to see that.
And what are you gonna do with the cars, man? Where are you gonna move those?
No, they're staying here.
Oh, okay. Wow.
No, and I mean they'll stay here. I think that's the plan. I think I'm going to move two of these, like little rolling things up here, and I'm going to move two of them to the other place and keep the little individual parts on the other one. So some other time we'll do a much more boring at the other warehouse kind of thing.
No, I think this is cool, man. Seeing it in progress, this is kind of neat. I mean, you've talked about it for years since I've known you, and finally get to see it. It's kind of cool. That's climate controlled, I'm assuming. I mean, it looks like
it's air conditioned. It's got heater, and I do have an air conditioner, but it's one of those deals that you really kind of only need the AC like about a week or two in the summer, and it's more to keep the humidity out, you know.
Sure.
And the thing that's kind of cool too, I'll show you this. It's kind of neat. I do have a bathroom.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got a shower. All kind of stuff. So
we're those of you that are tuning in right now, we got 40 people watching, which is great, man. You got 40 people on a field trip to your.
I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that you think it's not very boring.
Nah, dude, it's awesome, man. I think people will get a kick out of you just walking around and holding the camera in front of stuff. I think it'd be neat. Yeah.
Well, and then I mean, hey, I will say this: we can do another time. We can
so
go to the other.
Murray
warehouse.
said the other warehouse. You have another warehouse?
Okay, so originally, what the deal was I bought this place to put my cars in and keep all my stuff at. Right. Well, I ended up in the upper deck where I just was up there. It was just chock full of stuff. I couldn't even get to it. So I had an opportunity to get another one, which is not. It's in the same complex. I'm in like a complex, and so it's like maybe 100 yards away.
Oh, okay.
But all it is shelves. It's just shelves full of boxes, and I've got some personal stuff there. And like my mom just died, so I put all of her stuff there, and then I have, you know, like I said, the international stuff and the prototype stuff, and then a bunch of my modern stuff that I don't have room to display.
I was going to say, where's the modern stuff? Because I remember you told me you have a lot of class collection, prototype, stuff like that.
Sitting in boxes in the other warehouse.
Okay.
And that's kind of what I want to do is hopefully up here have part of that upstairs room be about prototypes and then modern, you know, put the real one, put the finished product right next to the prototype. And that's why I kind of want to have the artwork going up to there too, is because it's kind of all part of that story. Gotcha. And then I'm hoping to buy one of those poster. Remember when you went to go to the store, they'd had those big things that you could like look at the posters, like you turn the page. Well, I found where you can buy one of those things, and I want to put some of my drawings and some of my flat art and all that kind of stuff, so you can kind of go through that, which would be kind of fun. There's some fun stuff too I have. Neat. You know, like drawings of the sketches of the stuff that they end up making. Yeah, shelves full of boxes.
I think Murray Corrigan and me and Stacy and Rick, we could all come to your house for about a week and help you organize. You know.
Okay, let's figure it out, man. I'm telling you. I'll feed you, and we'll feed.
Oh yeah, man, that'd be a fun time.
I'll
bring my wish list of stuff that I still need.
See, that's the
I'm sure I can find it in all those boxes.
Yeah. It's funny. It's one. This is, you know, this is actually what used to be, you know, 2 or 3 storage units, and I just got really ridiculous, you know, paying for the storage units. So, because it's just stupid, you know. I had a lot of it at my office, and then when I retired, I had to get it out of there too. So that happens.
So your next convention is gonna be what?
The next show I'm setting up is Dallas Fort Worth.
Okay.
And that's at the end of June. And
July.
Then no, that's the end of June. And then Louisville is the end of July.
End of July, okay.
And then I'm currently planning on Joanna, which is apparently the end of September, but they haven't opened up registration yet, but hopefully that'll be soon. But I will go to Chicago Toy Show and walk around and just kind of I'm gonna probably do a little room trading. If anybody goes to the hotel, do a little room trading, but I'm not really bringing any Joes. I'm doing like one deal with a friend who I made a deal with elsewhere. So, but that's all. But if anybody does need something in Chicago, I could meet you at the Chicago Toy Show at Kane County. I know Scott Wild's going to be there. We're going to hang out at Dave Ostreicher's booth. Drive him crazy.
Gotcha. Well, from the sounds of it, a lot of people are going to be at Kentuckiana for sure. So,
well, I am really excited about Kentuckiana this year. I have to say, I'm excited about Dallas. I think Dallas has got a new venue. They have a new. They're going back. What I think is really cool about the Dallas show is they're going back to the hotel and show all in one venue kind of thing, which I think is great. And I also think Kentuckiana. I will say this: I don't know if you guys have been watching the news, but Louisville's been underwater. And I was talking to Stovall today, and he said that they're safe so far, but I know that the water got relatively close to the show venue, but it did not crest or anything. And I think the water's crested and everything's okay, but it was a little touch and go whether they're going to get flooded out there for a few minutes. But Louisville is an amazing show. I think Steve Stovall and Larry do a great job of that show. I think it's the most show space dedicated towards G.I. Joe that's out there. Isn't that a good way to put it?
Yes.
Well, when I was there 2 years ago, it was definitely, man.
And they've gotten a little bit bigger. I mean, they last year they took over that bigger room in the front, and they've got both of those going. And I'm definitely doing. Steve was able to get me a two booth deal.
Nice.
So I got a double booth at.
It's definitely dedicated to the 12-inch collector, not so much a 3 3/4.
Well, I will say this though. I mean, there's still a lot of 3 3/4 stuff there if you want that. I mean, because Todd sets up and there's a lot of that stuff out there too. But it is there's more 12-inch stuff than you're going to find at any other show. How's that?
Yep.
That's fair, right?
Your buddy John's here.
John's got to come to Minneapolis soon. I owe him lunch. So, really. I'm just excited about a great summer of shows. You know, I really am. This is kind of the exciting time, and Toyland really kind of kicked me in the butt and got me excited, and you know, yeah. I will say, Murray, you know how to get to my house. Quit complaining.
But has he been to the storage units? That's the thing.
No, he hasn't been
Really?
down in a couple of years. I haven't seen Murray in a couple of years. He needs to come
This would be
down
new
to
for him too. Yeah.
They may not let him cross the border, though. You know, they may tariff his ass.
That's right, tariff his ass, man.
So, anyway, Murray, hopefully you can.
Dude, we can't cut you short. You got 10 more minutes, man, at least. You got.
Oh, good. Well, all right. Well, what do we want to do? Is there anything we want to talk about? Do you have any more?
Talk about that gas pump behind you. We did that behind the scenes. Why don't you tell people about that? The gas pump.
Okay. All right.
I know it's not G.I. Joe, but you know.
No, I know. Okay, so just as a little sideline, another thing I'm really into is oil and gas stuff. Okay, so I've always been into oil and gas collectibles, and basically my office was just, and still is, chock full of my large signs. I've got some big stuff, and like I've got a 6-foot Standard Oil sign with a flame coming off the top. I've got a Sinclair sign, and I've got a visible gas pump that's there. Well, this all kind of started with this lady kind of gave me one, and then the next thing you know, I'm buying all this stuff, and then you realize you don't have any wall space or anything like that. But this pump particularly, I mean, this is really cool. Okay, so this one I actually the globe I added later, and that's an airplane gas from like the 30s and the 40s, and it's obviously Ace, so I thought that was cool. But I traded. This is no idling cabs when gassing. I was at I was buying some props for a shoot one time, and it was like this kind of a junkyard, and they had that sitting out there, and I ended up buying some big beams to use as a background for a shoot, and I ended up trading the beams back to the place, charged the client for the beams, and then charged it back and traded that for that gas pump. So that was a free gas pump. So I'm kind of excited about that. This is an old dental chest, which is actually pretty cool because I keep a lot of my G.I. Joe paperwork in it.
Oh,
isn't that cool?
Oh yeah, how cool is that?
Yeah, and I mean, it's just like, oh, there's you need a.
Yep.
All those things.
Got a couple hundred of them, yeah.
Well, and what I'm trying to do is get my paperwork organized, and again, this is just kind of an easy way to organize. And then this is really cool. That's a Coke machine.
You got some box newer stuff up there, Sergeant Savage and.
Okay. This is what this is. This is a green tag of Sergeant
Bob
Savage
Hope.
that I got. Yeah. That's an autographed Bob Hope. Check that out. Do you see
that? Man.
And then this is a figure that they were talking about doing that They were talking about doing. They called it Ace, and that's from Jim Marinetti. But these are cool right here. I don't know. This is called a wood ad mat. Have you ever heard of these things?
No.
And it's basically, it's like they would back in the old days. They do these newspaper ads, and you can see that they're, when you look at them, you can't probably tell on the camera. This looks like a piece of paper, but they're like mats for like ads. So like they had these are all the old like accessory cards. Like they do 3 accessory cards, and like if you were going to do an ad in there, they'd say, okay, this is what the looks like. It's just kind of a weird thing that I picked up. Yeah, there's all my Joe books.
What about the Ace? What about those movie posters? You into the old movies?
Yeah, again, all right. So back when I was in college, there was this movie place that this is really kind of crazy. This old theater was in tiny town in Oklahoma, and they would charge like $10 for a movie poster. So I saved a couple of nickels one time and went and bought a bunch of posters, and I got several more at home. I've got like a Blazing Saddles and a Young Frankenstein, and I used to have a Willy Wonka, but that got ruined. Because again, this is really cool. This is that's a World War II poster. It says Perilous Top got there first. That's pretty cool.
Neat.
And then this is that same gasoline as what's on my pump. It's just not the airplane version, but that's from the 40s. I think that's from 48. That Ace.
What's the Bullet Man thing there?
All right, did you guys see these paintings up here? Like, all right, so Bullet Man, and then like, did you see this one here?
Yep.
And then you may not have seen these because I was pointing the other way.
I saw those. Yeah, and I was wondering about the adventure ones.
So back at Joe Lana, back in the day, there's a guy named Trevor Hawkins, and he's just this really talented pop artist. And Buddy Finethy's buddies with him, and he would paint these paintings, and they would auction them off for the Cody Lane Foundation. And so that's how I got them. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these things, man. These are really cool. I might have talked about these before.
Oh yeah, the little
the 1/6 scale video games from New Toys. Oop, I lost a guy.
Yeah, but they're playable too.
Oh yeah, and I got several. I know those are fun. I got the Coke machine at home and Dragon's Lair, and I got Asteroids in 1943 here. Yeah, these paintings. Yeah, I got a couple more of those paintings too at home. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, just kind of funny stuff. Goofy stuff. Oh, that car up there? I got that from George Gray. That's like a remote control, sort of 1/6 scale car. Almost. It's like a 1/5 scale probably or something like that. Joe kind of doesn't fit in there. It's almost. And it's kind of got a remote control thing that like a wire that goes off the back, and it looks kind of like the Galaxy. It's more like a 67 look, that chop front.
Is that from the 60s, that car?
Yeah, 60s or 70s or something.
I've seen that at the flea market. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're always broken, and this one's broken, it's like, the kid roached it, But no, I mean, I think it's always fun. I mean, it's just this is just kind of it's just kind of crazy to see this.
Yeah, I'm going to be sending you my list of things I need, dude. Seriously.
But seriously, and that's a great way to do it. It's because
I've asked Steve Stovall twice already, and I sent it to him twice, and I got no response. So I'm going to you now.
Action Man footballer painting. I don't think so. No, I think that's this one is Atomic Man. I think that's what that one is. That the one you're talking about? That looks kind of like football. Yeah, dude. I understand. Steve's a busy guy, man. And that's the thing is I know sometimes that I travel a lot, so it's kind of it's I got to catch me when I'm here at the warehouse, but I'm happy to go digging because it's fun. I enjoy digging, and I also have other spots that I'm that aren't just here, and I'm trying to get it so it's organized. And I mean, it's a great it's a great thing to do when you're retired, is play with toys, don't you think?
Stress reliever, man. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is funny. I was looking at this earlier today. This is a bag of all helmets, but they're all, I mean, and they're knockoffs, but they're all great knockoffs. Like, going back to talking about, I mean, how often do you see a blue knockoff helmet? Not very
Oh,
often.
wow.
No.
And it's
Yeah,
not soft plastic. It's hard.
No, it's hard, and it
hard.
says Hong Kong on the inside. There's no Hasbro in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you come across these occasionally, these camo ones. You'll see those. But even these, there's a nice looking Shore Patrol helmet, knockoff.
Yeah.
Knockoff. Well, what do you know? But I mean, and that's part of the thing is just trying to get the knockoffs out, and then like I said, going through and chipping off and finding what's broken and you realize how much broken stuff you got. My word.
I'll tell you what. I think this is the first time we've had an hour show with 40 people in the waiting room, and nobody's asking questions because they just want to see all your shit. Nobody's even like.
No, Rick just asked me something. Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
You see that, Rick? Not you, Rick, but Rick Wallace Spalding just asked me if I have his troubleshooting because he was mad because I had a troubleshooter at the show and I sold it and he was going to buy it. I said, don't worry, I got another one at home for you. So
he wanted that big blow mold thing that I bought that I brought to the Joe Lanta last year. Remember the half track that the
troop carrier thing?
Yeah, the troop carrier, and then he never bought it. I had to drag that shit all the way back to Virginia Beach with me.
Rick. See, we're giving you a hard time, Rick. Good old hillbilly. Anyway, but all right, what else do we want to see? Anything else? I could open up the engine of the car. Stacy, you can tell me what I'm doing.
We're at the top of the hour now, Ace, but man, dude, this
what do you got,
awesome,
a 429 in it?
No, I got the 302, man.
Oh, you got the 302?
I will tell you this, though. I bought it from the original owner. He was crazy.
I had two of them. I had a 69 and I had a 70.
Dude, nobody has these cars. I mean,
know. Because these were popular with, like, young guys. These were old people cars.
Yeah, and the guy I bought it from was an old guy.
Yeah.
So it's like a boat on the water. It's just it's smooth grooving. Yeah. Anyway, this is not
Michael Burke wants to know, where in Oklahoma did you live?
I grew up in Lawton, America, where Fort Sill is. You know where Fort Swill? Yeah. But Fort Sill.
You went to that Lone Wolf place, right? Remember?
Yes, I've been there. Oh,
museum?
Yeah. Neil's a great guy. In fact, he was practicing he's a doctor.
Yeah.
And he was practicing at the hospital where my grandfather was from. So my family's all from Southwest Oklahoma.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and so it was kind of fun to do all that kind of stuff. But no, I had a great time at his. I'm trying to get him to come to Dallas, but he won't for some reason. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, but I'm happy to. If you've been to that museum, Neil's a great guy. I wish it wasn't in the middle of nowhere, but that's part of life. Being out in Lone Wolf. Another thing that's kind of cool is there's a action figure museum in Pauls Valley, but to be quite honest, it doesn't really have much GI Joe. Whereas Neil's all GI Joe. And and I also say this, I love talking about GI Joe, so don't hesitate to ask questions or
Can you fill us in just a little bit on the website, the 3D Joes? Any word on that lately?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I just spent 2 hours on with yes. I mean, here's what I want to do. I think I have a lot of wants to do on the website, and I need to find a bunch of time to do what I want to do. But I definitely want to start adding parts. I definitely want to start adding paperwork. I want to start adding backyard patrol sets. All the bag sets that no one really knows what bags are out there. But I also want to have copies of instructions. And the other thing is that, hey, is that Neil here? Getting here from Lone Wolf? Is that Lone Wolf? Wow. I was just talking really good things about the
At the museum. We've had him on the show before.
I'm telling you, you got to go there. It's awesome. Anyway, but I'm hoping to get more information on there. And what I say to people is, if anybody has a suggestion, and this goes back to the Cotswold videos that I do with Cotswold, if anybody has a suggestion or an idea or something they want us to do, I'm more than happy to do it and more than happy to talk about it. And Greg and I are looking for ideas to do. So
Ernie wants to know what's the best way to contact you, Ace.
If you go to the Vintage 3D Joe's website, you can reach me through any of those emails there. They all go to me. Or you can text me, or you can, You're
on Facebook.
I am on Facebook. That's another good way to get a hold of me.
Yeah.
Send me a message on Facebook. That's another one good.
Ask Ace about the prototypes for the first Joes. Do you have any of the prototypes for the very first Joes?
I have some.
Does he mean the original names?
Not like the stuff that's in John's book. Not like the stuff that's in Mick. I mean, I've got some sample pieces and some early items and some.
Who actually owns that first G.I. Joe now? I remember one up for auction a while back.
I don't totally know. I know who owns the boxes. I know who owns.
Is that one that was called Flipper or something like that?
Flipper and Skip. Yeah. And I know the guy that owns the prototype black guy, and but I've got like a prototype talker, the talking astronaut prototype. I mean, that's cool, but it's not like the first ones. I don't have anything, like some of that. I mean, I do have some early prototype stuff, but it's not like, and we'll do that. That's all at the house. But I've looked at some of that stuff at the first show. I think we did that one there.
Did the prototype astronaut say anything different, or was it all the same?
Well, the guy that brought me the prototype astronaut, I was so excited. You're gonna laugh when I tell you this. They brought me the damn thing. The guy brought me this thing. Okay, so I bought all this stuff from this guy, and he goes, "Oh, hey, I got some more stuff at home. I'll bring it to you." So he brings it to me, and he brings me this bag, and I brag, and what do you do when you see that? What would you do when you saw a talking astronaut, Stacy?
What would I do?
What would you do? What would you do?
Well, I'd check to make sure it looked authentic and pull the tag.
You'd pull the string. Well, what happened on the string? It fucking broke.
Yeah,
of course.
On the first pull.
The first pull.
Yeah, it happened. So
I've got this prototype thing, and I broke the damn string on the first pull. So I've just set it aside. Said I'm not touching it again. Okay, Rick. Here's the story on the and that's going to be that's going to be debuted at the DFW show.
You got to crack
Larry. All right, so here, my dad does not know his birthday's Monday. He doesn't watch this stuff. He ain't gonna watch it. So Larry's been working on a painting for me, and Larry's doing a painting, and I was gonna hopefully give it to my dad. Say, hey, I'm doing a figure for him, but we're gonna release the figure. Greg tells me he can get all the stuff, but we're gonna do a figure of my father, who was a Vietnam surgeon at the DFW show. So there'll be I don't know if you saw. Did you see is it Bill? What's this one here? This one that the Battle of the Bill Beck.
Oh yeah, the Vietnam one that he had in Hershey. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was talking to Larry, and Larry's like, "I want to do more Vietnam stuff. I like doing that." And I said, "Well, hey, let's do a doctor on my dad." And he's like, "Okay, let's do it." So Larry Selman, yeah, and Greg is getting he's got the scrubs, and I'm putting a muscle shirt. I have a really funny picture of my dad, with a muscle shirt that has a Superman logo on it, and he's holding a poster of two rhinoceroses fucking, and it says "Make love, not war," and he's standing in front of a bunker. So I'm gonna print up those little posters.
Miniaturize that and put it in the box. That's funny as shit, dude.
And so, but the painting won't be of that. The painting will be of him, doctor.
Your dad is funny, man. When I met him last year, and you guys went to the football game, and then He comes out and comments on my Jeep. Remember, I had my Darth Vader Jeep.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
He cracks me up.
My dad is like, he's like, what on earth is going on? You guys are weird.
Yeah. He's quiet, funny.
Yeah.
That's sarcastic sense of humor.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm excited to do it. He really plays down his service, and he was only in for 2 years, but you know, he did 1 year at Fort Walters, and he did one, which is where they taught you how to fly helicopters, and then he did 1 year in Vietnam, and and he said it was the best training he ever had. I did a little video of him talking about it, and that's kind of fun to talk about fly. And I'll probably put a link to that in the set, or maybe something.
Nice, man.
Well, after you get the figure done, then you need a custom box.
No, we're doing that. That's what the artwork's for.
Oh, that's what all the artwork's for.
Yeah, so it's probably gonna be like the Bill Beck thing, where it's like a cardboard box. We're just gonna put the artwork on the page. It's a Cotswold. I told Greg I wanted to do it through Cotswold, so it'd be sort of legit.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And it's just fun. Yeah. I mean, it's I don't think we're gonna blow the doors off the sales, but we're gonna have a good time doing it, and I'll give one to the grandkids and all that stuff. So
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Well, hey man, I want to thank you for your time tonight, dude. It's been over an hour. Finally got to see your other man cave.
Yeah, this is the other man cave, and it's about 30 minutes from my house, so it's a nice commute to get home, and I get to do podcasting on the way back and listen to stuff, and it's great.
Very cool. Hey man,
thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You know you're always welcome back here, man. Everybody loves the Ace.
I love being here, so thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
All right. And those of you that are in the chat room, don't forget about TST, Toy Soldier Tuesday tomorrow. If you think Ace was cool, Ace is cool when it comes to the 1/6 scale. But the guy that I have tomorrow is Craig Remington, who is the Ace Allgood of Toy Soldiers. He collects only Marks play sets, still in the box, sealed. So he has the largest collection in the world of Marks only toy play sets, all sealed. And that's what he goes for. And he lives in Florida, and he's going to share that with us tomorrow night. So if you're free and you're into the original Marks play sets from the 50s, 60s, 70s, he's got every single one still in the box. So
wow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, tune in tomorrow for that. But again, Ace, I want to thank you for tonight.
Appreciate
you, brother. I'll be seeing you in Kentucky if I don't see you in Dallas. All right.
Everybody's welcome. Hope everybody shows up, and please say hi if you do come to the show.
Right on. Guys, have a great week. Take care.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with?